It's first light at the Coyote Mountain Wilderness west of Tucson. Today my brother and I are going to be hiking Coyote Mountain. We should have about a 9-mile round trip from here. Fortunately, we were able to make it the entire way to the trailhead. The dirt road wasn't too bad for a Honda CR-V. So we're going to get started up in a few minutes. Coyote Mountain is one of the Arizona 2,000-foot prominence peaks. It's really close to Kitt Peak. Actually, Kitt Peak is just on the other side. I think they're the two closest prominent peaks together. A lot of the information I get about these mountains is from either peakery.com or peakbagger.com. And reading the reports, trip reports on peakbagger.com, this seems to have the reputation of being a pretty tough hike. And that's for the peak baggers that are at a much higher level than Patrick and I. So we'll see what we can do today. Yeah, we think we're probably going to be heading up to that saddle up there, but we're not 100% sure. We're still on the road. We're at 1.37 miles and still generally heading west. I think the road still continues up this way. Possibly not, though. This may just be more of a trail right here than anything else. Yeah, I think that's maybe back there at the point where the road takes a turn to the north, and now we're just on more of a trail. So we are at 1.58 miles right here. There's definitely a path here. Well, we lost the trail for a little while. The third time we lost it. First two times we found it pretty quickly. This time took a little bit longer. But I'm standing on it now. Looks like it continues up this way. I filmed that trash bag and a backpack and some other stuff laying there. So I don't know if someone's camping up here or what the deal is with that. It just looked a little weird. Sorry. No, it's all right. I need a break too. So that guy's campsite or whatever it was somewhere over there. Yeah, it was somewhere around there where I just stumbled upon it. I mean, that trash bag looked pretty recent. The backpack or whatever that bag was looked pretty recent, so who knows? I mean, it could be some illegal, fugitive, whatever. Well, we found the trail, we think anyway, but it looks like it's going to be tough to stick with it. I actually do think I'm on it right now, or pretty close to it, and I'm not exactly sure where to go. But I don't think the summit is too much further. We may only have about 100 feet of elevation gain to go. All right, I'm going to get the panorama from the summit of Coyote Mountain as best I can. I need to be careful where I'm standing. I'm not on the true high point, but I'm right next to it. A lot of haze further out, but we can still see pretty far. Views are pretty awesome. We just have not been able to get that crystal clear day. We haven't had one for a long time. We don't have one today, but it's still pretty nice. Yeah, in order to reach that upper echelon of the elite peak bagger, I'm gonna have to do a better job of being able to stick to trails when they are present. Faint use trails, let's say. Patrick was cursing me definitely for a while. I kind of led us astray, but we did end up making it. We actually found the trail closer to the summit and pretty much followed that the rest of the way, but he was getting ready to club me with one of his hiking poles. All right, well, probably the most notable peak closest to us, Baboquivari. So that is I believe a class 5 climb up to the summit, somewhere on the west side, and then there's other routes up too. And then Kitt Peak, maybe the most notable peak too, closest by. So that really is, I think, I kind of measured it on the map, it was about 6 miles, that was my estimate, but maybe a little bit less, maybe a little bit more. There's Mount Wright's the highest point in the Tucson area. When did you do that, Patrick?
August.
It was in August, yeah, that's right. It was the same day I did a hike, yeah, August 28th.
Yeah.
And then over there we have Rincon Peak and Micah Mountain. So those could be the 2 closest prominence peaks, Arizona prominence peaks, if it's not this one and Kitt Peak. And then Mount Lemmon over here. There's a little closer view of Mount Lemmon. So there's Newman Peak there. I can see beyond Newman Peak. I can barely pick out the Superstitions and the Pinals. Possibly Turnbull and possibly like the tip of Mount Graham. I'm not sure if we're actually seeing those, but I'm not going to even bother zooming in. It's just too hazy over there. So this Summit register ammo box, whatever it is actually bolted into the rock, which is pretty crazy. Yeah, a lot of what are now becoming more and more familiar names. Yeah, but a lot of familiar names in there. A lot of people that, you know, have done maybe all of these peaks now, a lot of them. I don't know if or when we'll ever get to all of them, or if we'll ever be able to stay on a trail, but we're going to try. We're going to go down and see if we can stick to the trail as much as possible, at least until we feel we can just cut down slope if we want to. All right, signing off from the summit of Coyote Mountain. Let's get back. All right, we're back. You can't see the summit from here. Our time was 6 hours and 37 minutes. But I forgot that my watts did stop on the way up, so it was a little bit longer. We may not have made it to the summit in 2:51. It may have been like 3:01 or something like that, or who knows, but I don't think it was much more than 3 if it was. All right, time to make the 2.5 hour drive home. Thanks for watching. Hopefully we'll see you again pretty soon.